you might notice a little bit of increase in quality in the video this week. I got a new camera and I adore it, and I'm going to be using it for my own video projects from now on, but I figure I might as well use it for VloggerAlliance as well, because why not? I have access to it. It's my camera. I can do what I want with it. This week we are talking about our favorite character in anything in the entire world. This was a topic that I suggested, and I suggested it before I realized I would have to pick my favorite character out of anything in the entire world. And God, I've been thinking about it all day, and I'm having so much trouble. I think that I am going to have to go with Cordelia Chase from the Buffy the Vampire Slayer / Angel the series, both those television shows. She starts off in Buffy the Vampire Slayer being like the stereotypical like prom queen, rich, entitled, kind of a jerk to Buffy girl. She really develops as a person, and during the Buffy Vampire Slayer series you see her and you see how honest she is, and you see how brave she is, and you see how genuinely kind she is. And I'm really sad about one of my biggest regrets about the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series is how they went with the storyline of her and Xander. I actually really liked her and Xander as a couple, but I didn't like Xander cheating on her with Willow and Willow cheating on Oz. That was a whole disgusting mess of a thing. Xander and Willow should have never done that in the first place. That was a whole thing I can't get into because I'm talking about Cordelia right now. I'm focusing on Cordelia. I could talk about the Buffyverse for days, but I'm talking about Cordelia Chase right now. Cordelia is she's supposed to be a reflection of who Buffy used to be, but she's also a reflection of who Buffy is without her powers, I think. And it's really interesting to see that a character like Cordelia can be not super strong and not like fast healing, not a magical slayer, and she still has the ability to be a hero in the end. Then when you get to Angel the series, the spin-off of Buffy, Cordelia goes from being like a semi-main character on Buffy to being one of the protagonists on Angel. She has graduated from high school on Buffy, and she's moved to Los Angeles with Angel, and she has not gone to college like most of her friends. I think it's partly because her family can't afford it, because her family has fallen on hard times, which I think is a really interesting storyline to see. She remains to be this still very self-confident, self-assured woman, and she really grows into herself, I think, in the years after her departure from high school, because she really is still just a kid at the beginning, and you really see her grow from being like a kid into a woman. And then when Cordelia takes on the power of getting the visions from Doyle, which she does not do on purpose. Doyle gives them to her before he dies. Spoilers. I might want to do a spoiler warning for Buffy and Angel at the beginning of this. When she takes on the visions, you see her finally, like, sort of become a part of this magical world that I don't think she's ever really felt like a part of exactly. She's kind of like, existed sort of on the edge of it. And, I think when she gets the visions, she really sort of comes into her own, in a magical sense, as well as in like a mental sense. And it's so great to watch. Oh my God, Cordelia is just such an interesting character, because you watch her mature as a person, but she still like holds on to this like self-confidence and self-righteousness, and like she's just, and like, oh my God, she has so many one-liners that are just so good. And I could talk about Cordelia forever, and the fact that she continues to have the visions just to make herself useful, even though they cause her so much pain. She wants to be useful to the team. It's just, oh my God, Cordelia, honey, you don't need to, you're useful without the visions. You don't need to, you don't need to cause yourself so much pain. It's horrible. My darling. And don't even get me started on the glorious ship that is Angel and Cordelia. Like, oh my God. They just become like each other's rocks and each other's like anchors, and it's just so incredible. And then the writers fuck it up, because Charisma Carpenter, who plays Cordelia, when they were filming season 4, Charisma Carpenter gets pregnant. And instead of writing this into the show as something, as a interesting and complex storyline of Cordelia getting pregnant and having to deal with it, and having this be like another like human moment in a complex series, instead Joss Whedon gets mad at this actress for daring to get pregnant while he's filming, and he just like, all the writing for Cordelia after that is just horrible. And then he just writes her off the show in like the most disgusting way possible. And I hate it. And I will never forgive anyone who had anything to do with that for that. I just feel like it was just such a violation of everything that Cordelia stood for as a character. And it was just so vile and hateful. And it just makes me sad. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up the video by reading some of my favorite Cordelia Chase quotes, because there are some incredible ones. I'm not saying we should kill a teacher every day just so I can lose weight. I'm just saying when tragedy strikes, we have to look on the bright side. Look, Buffy, you may be hot stuff when it comes to demonology or whatever, but when it comes to dating, I'm the Slayer. I do what I want to do, and I wear what I want to wear. And you know what? I date whoever the hell I want to date, no matter how lame he is. I love Cordelia so much. I love her. Tact is not saying true stuff. I'll pass. Oh God, is the world ending? I have to research a paper on Bosnia for tomorrow, but if the world's ending, I'm not gonna bother. You can bet if someone ordered a male body part for a religious sacrifice, the world would be atheist like that. I just don't see why everyone's always picking on Marie Antoinette. I can so relate to her. She worked really hard to look that good, and people just don't appreciate that kind of effort. And I know the peasants were all depressed. And the worst insult you can ever give anyone. is the best Cordelia quote. Excuse me, who gave you permission to exist?